don't have the Magna Storm coming in from the side of Paulo, but we have the rest of the engage. The Shockwave gonna hit Barrel only, as now Lucid is totally fine, and everybody's baited into the Aurora ult. In comes Lucid with the Mega Cone engage. They try to turn onto him. A lot of CC comes out from him, but that's going to be about it, as he does go down, as eventually Paulo as well will follow suit. Really, the only question is when, as that'll be the win for DK in this fight. As down he goes, the kill goes to Barrel. A little dive on a Showmaker, but he's totally fine, and Krako's is dead! Yeah, Paulo a bit zoned, and yeah, Barrel gonna take that kill, absolutely. Could have maybe waited for Tibbers to get the kill, but that's...
Looking for a flank here, but is seen.
I mean, you're playing into Bard as well. Like, Barrel can set up this fight with an ult if need be, if you're gonna get it very low. The engage though goes on a Showmaker, and the Temper Fate is late. Same time though, Morgan just gonna be picked off for some reason on the top side. Looks like Aiming and Lucid were able to catch him. Exhaust comes in on a Krako. Now massive Aurora ult on a 4. Catches everyone, and they try to turn on a Shiu. He just gets away, and the ticking damage is insane. Everybody's super low. Hype can't do enough. He has to be in melee range. Krako falls as well. And it's not a leash Otacon, but it's going to be Otacon still for DK on top of a gigantic. You're feeling pretty good. Aiming is just Valkyrieing into Ambessa and not caring at all. Lucid looking for the kill now on a Morgan, as he immediately turns that one around. Morgan gonna have the redemption as well. Misses his ult though. Shiu just runs in and dies. Does get a big ult himself, but now both the top laners down. Barrel is out, and that is not the ult we were looking for, Paulo, as he is immediately just going to be pummeled by Lucid, and the damage from this Corki is just obscene, as finally Showmaker gonna join the fight. Flash W's. As speaking of which, the Pantheon is bot lane. As, we'll see if they can even kill Shiu. He's desperately trying to get to the other side, and yes, he goes down. But you're giving over.
That's not jungle rel. That's not old damage to monsters rel.
Okay. Wait, not the best magical journey, but it's just okay. Closer just okay. He's dead up on the top lane, and meanwhile, and the TP is coming in. I suppose that's why he kept on going on this. No flag available for Lucid. Now he gets it back, as now we've got the Aurora back in the fight, and immediately it is going to be the long-term bait and switch here, as triple kill comes through for morale here at the LCK. As the engage from Paulo once again not quite in, and the damage out of Shiu now is just disgusting. Level 17, big Shockwave comes in, but I think they're just a bit too far behind, as Barrel is eventually going to go down, but everybody else just gets blown to smithereens. It's a Quadra for Aiming at the end of this one, and that will be game number 1 going the way of Dplus Kia. 11-0 was Aiming on the Corki, who absolutely just took over the game, as that'll do it. At 30 minutes, DK take the win.
Late season form here for D.
It's kind of like
you can make it out, right?
Yeah. Ooh, equalizer here, level 6, and oh no, Morgan, not like this. In comes the Spirit Rush. Krako trying to engage. The rest of the team not able to follow up at all, as the charm comes through after the flash here. And now finally we have Closer coming on in. Morgan has to flash the wall himself, but a bit of extra damage comes in from Showmaker. Flash on in with the Q. Gets the kill on a Krako. That's going to be a big win here in the early game for DK, as they're getting the grubs, they're getting the top plates, they're getting the kills, Wolf. Big time. Lucid just running in a straight line at them, as now we have the hook to come in. Paulo forced to engage onto the Ahri. That's not going to work out, as now Hype 1v3. We do have the knockback is huge from Closer, but a bit of damage over the wall, and Hype is all alone. The charm comes in, and yes, they lost their Nautilus, as Closer now wants to do a bit more. Yeah, I was wondering where you're going with that one, as now even holding on to the subjugation, says Lucid. They don't even need that, as that's going to be another kill and 2 more stacks for Showmaker this game.
It has caught up with him a little bit. We'll get more on the comp later, as we are going to have a bit of a fight here on Herald.
All right, they're engaging onto the Trundle. Definitely not the right choice here, as Krako getting extremely low. Might live because of the redemption. So much going down, but no, he's going to fall. The Rift Herald also goes over to DK, and thing, right? We're going to go in. We're going to try to take the fight, but instead it just leads to total disaster, because they're not even going to get Barrel. It just seems kind of very half-hearted at the moment, since now the flash on in, they're going to get the clone.
Shiu just not even here, by the way. Just want to point that out. He shows up now.
Yeah, Morgan is just dead as well on top of it all. Had his flash, didn't even bother to use it. He knows Down, now he's going for the re-engage, and even if he goes down, they're all baited into this fight big time. Exhaust goes down onto the Trundle, who really does not care about that at all. The Showmaker just stacking up more and more Magi stacks as if he needed any more. Lucid gonna steal that kill, but he's still gonna hit 20. Bush, as he flashes on in, Hype is dead 100%. Shiu looking for more. Thankfully, there's a lot of people here.
I mean, Closer picks up 1,000 gold, but they're on that Otacon.
Well, we got TPs coming in. Shiu is right here. This is an excellent angle for the equalizer. He hits all 3 of them. And now he is actually going to get knocked up before that Zhonya's does go off. I believe he had that, which is why he was so aggressive. And yeah, doesn't matter because the rest of the team is here. And they will do enough damage to take them down eventually. As Lucid, very tanky, can just kind of dive the turret. But with the Maiden there, actually, he's taking a bit more damage than I expected. Nice ghoulie wall to come in, but Showmaker is here with 25 stacks on the Magi's, and this game, guys, is over, and has been over for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, certainly one of the faster games here this week as Dplus decimate OK Savings Bank BRION, and a match that means very little for Dplus, and a match that for Bro meant almost everything. Now, that matchup against DRX at the end of the week is their last stand they can make. We'll see what